I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase the bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything.
The venom in my brain, running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always destined for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen no many ones that are so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. All I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's not of no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
I'll give up everything, daunting if I can see my dream. Cause I'll do anything. Want a reality. I'll give up everything, daunting if I can see my dreams. Cause I'll do anything.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Freak Show, the best in town. How are you? I hope you had a wonderful day. No way, Lucky Chucky. No way. He just didn't believe me. That's all. You don't need to know the truth. Hey, y'all. We have a surprise guest today with us, Miss Angela Woods. Hello.
Hey, how are you guys? I know it's been a while.
It has been a while, but we're glad you're here with us. And if y'all remember, I think it was yesterday when I did my angry stream that was talking about me and Dolly working on a case together. It was Angela's cousin. This is who,
Yes.
it was her cousin right here. So, oh my God, Ashton, you're here early. What? So anyway, I just want to kind of introduce her like that because that way you would know who she is. But we're friends for life now, and she's amazing. So this is Angela, and we're gonna go over cases together. She probably don't even know what we're talking about.
No, I'm here for the ride.
It's gonna be a bumpy one, so get ready. All right. So first, I have a whole list. It's in no particular order. I have a rundown. Okay. I paused it, but decided to play. Okay. Steph. Hey, Steph. Ashton, I can't believe you're here. And my Brew Bear, Pinkbo Birdie, I can always count on you. I love ya. Lucky Chucky, I love you too. Lucky Chucky's from a different community, y'all. And he's just a
Hi,
funny
Lucky.
ass. Hey, Angela. See you in chat. Oh my God, what are you talking about? Pink Boberto? Are you kidding right now? Okay, on that note, we're going to start with Adam Montgomery. Are you like propped up? I mean, are you like chilling with your feet propped up or something? Like by your TV or your phone for us to be smelling your feet? I know, Ashton, me either, but I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Mr. Adam Montgomery. He allegedly killed his daughter, Harmony Montgomery, when they were living out of the car and Harmony had an accident in the back seat. He punched her.
Holy shit.
He punched her too hard this time and he killed her.
How old was she?
They that I don't remember. How was she? Like 6, 5?
Holy crap.
Somewhere around there. I know, Pink Bow. I love it. It's so funny. She has a foot fetish. She wants someone to play with her toesies. Dude, how old is Harmony? 5. Okay, I thought it was 5, 6. Hey,
Thanks, Mark.
Mar, there you are. So they never found her body, and they say like, okay, they lived in a homeless shelter, and they put her body in the tiles in the ceiling, and wherever they lived, they moved her body with them. Him and his girlfriend, and
That's
so,
crazy.
yeah, they have yet to find her body. Um, so he recently went to trial. I don't know if y'all know, he had gun charges before this happened. OMG. I forgot, Ashton. Are you the feet lover in Lost Souls chat? I know someone is. So he went to trial recently for gun charges. 8 gun charges. But 2 of them was dropped. One was for being a felon in possession of a rifle, and 2, possession of a shotgun. But
He probably had a good lawyer
the
argue it was behind him.
these are the other 6 remaining charges. 2 counts of theft by unauthorized taking, 2 counts of receiving stolen property for retaining the guns. He is also charged with 1 count of each being an armed criminal, having been convicted of 3 or more qualifying felonies for possessing the rifle and for possessing the rifle and shotgun. So that's why they took the other 2 off the table, I'm pretty sure, because of the other 6 remaining.
Yeah, overkill at that point.
But I do have a video of him being sentenced for the gun charges, because when he's sentenced, he brings up his daughter, Harmony, while he's being sentenced. So, yeah, which we all thought it was kind of like, huh? Like, what the hell? You're not even, you know, going to trial for that or anything, and you're just bringing it up. Okay, can everyone see it?
Clear brief.
He is the feet guy. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go. Oh, let's mute so they can hear better.
I'm Vinny Politan. Great to have you with us here this hour for closing arguments. A big hour ahead. We're going to talk about an array of cases. And it all begins with a little girl named Harmony Montgomery. You remember her, 5 years old? There she is with Minnie.
Angela, that's Harmony. I know it paused it blurry, but when it comes back on. And for anyone that doesn't know, this is Harmony Montgomery, the 5-year-old that was killed by her father. Allegedly, in my opinion.
And her glasses. There's baby. That was her mom got us these pictures. We'd been looking for these pictures. Then we had her mom on, and finally got to see much more of what she looked like in life. 5 years she disappeared. At 5 years old.
Look, guys, look at that. So freaking cute. Obviously, she loved Mickey and Minnie because the first picture we saw, she was next to a huge Mickey doll. And this one looks like she's dressed up as Mickey Mouse. Hey, Steph. Angela, isn't she just the adorbs?
She really is. She's super cute. I don't understand people who can hit children in a way that would. No, I just can't. She's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
he hit her a little bit too hard this time, and that's how, unfortunately, that's how physical violence works. And that's how, Avriel.
Yeah,
So
I've
that's
lived with an
just how
abusive
it
partner, and
always works. One day it's just too much, and that's when it happens.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back.
2 years she was gone. No one reported her missing until her mom finally did. Her mom was fighting some addiction problems, was estranged from the father. They weren't together. He was in another state. He's now been charged with the murder. His name is Adam Montgomery. So he's been charged with the murder of Harmony, 5-year-old daughter, right? She hasn't been found. Body has not been recovered. It's incredibly tragic. Now, Adam Montgomery is a bit of a career criminal. The local cops, they all know who he is, arrest him all the time. A lot of drugs in his life, selling, using, all of that. Also had some weapons charges that he was convicted of. You saw it right here on Court TV. Well, today was his sentencing. And while he's being sentenced for the weapons charges, we know every time we see him or think about him, we're thinking about Harmony, and we're thinking about that case and the murder of that little girl. Well, today, Adam Montgomery mentioned Harmony and his upcoming trial in a statement during today's sentencing. This is all courtesy of WMUR. We have.
Before that starts, I wanted to tell you, yes, and the mother didn't even know for 2 whole years. So Angela, on your Facebook post, like people are like, what did you do wrong? What are you going up there for? It was funny. I just hope that he comes clean and says where she is, but I doubt it. Even though the sentence he got for these gun charges that you're about to see, I'll just wait till he gets sentenced his years before I say anything. Let's go.
Have the footage. Let's take a look.
So I understand that I was found guilty by a jury, and I'm not here to dispute that at all. The only consideration that I ask you this morning is for you not to consider anything as it relates to the case regarding my daughter Harmony. I did not kill my daughter Harmony, and I look forward to my upcoming trial to refute those offensive claims.
Okay. Let's just slow the roll.
I thought I was muted. Who was he talking to when he kept looking to the He kept looking to the left. Was he looking at the prosecutor when he was talking? He looked at the judge straight ahead, and then he would look to the left.
His posture is extremely aggressive. It's like, believe me, believe me. That's what he's saying with his body.
I'm like, why did he even bring it up in the middle of a gun sentencing? Like, hello, you obviously violent, and then now you just want to bring up the death of your daughter, and like, what? You didn't
That's
do it,
probably not
whatever,
the
dude.
fair thing.
Angela,
It's supposed to be a fair trial anyway,
Angela.
so. Well,
Hi, Harry Peters. Good to see you. Oh my God. Um, Angela, on your phone at the bottom where it says mute, start cam, and all that.
yeah.
You see it?
Yep.
Hit chat or comment or whatever it says.
Yeah.
Hit that,
Yeah.
and then up at the top, it'll say private chat or comments, and you hit
Yeah.
comments, and it'll show you the whole chat.
Oh,
And
so
you
I can't
should
look at
be
it.
able to type a comment from StreamYard now.
Yeah, definitely can. I just didn't know if I could see the video and the chat at the same time.
Oh, no. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. No,
Okay.
sorry. All right. Let's
That's what's
get
up.
back to this dude. Oh, man.
Hold there, Adam, for a second, okay? Don't bring up hominy in the sentencing, right? Well, why not? You were her father, and at a minimum, if we don't believe that you're the murderer, at a minimum, she's gone for 2 years, and you did nothing to look for her. You wouldn't answer any questions to police when they finally found out she was missing and wanted to help find her. You wouldn't help. You didn't tell anyone she was gone. You didn't report her missing. So pretty much is fair game about your character. Anyhow, so Adam Montgomery, weapons charges, sentencing, armed career criminal. That was the big one, right? Rifle and a shotgun. He's a career criminal. That's who the guy is. Somehow, some way, a judge gave custody of Harmony to a literal career criminal, but that's another story for another day. Receiving stolen property, theft by unauthorized taking or transfer. He was given 15 to 30 years on each of the armed criminal charges. He was given an
Here we go. Pay attention to this.
additional 7.5 to 15 years for the theft charges, bringing his total anywhere between 32.5 to 75 years in prison, pending good behavior. He'll be an old man when he gets out on these charges. But let's not forget, he's still facing more charges, the more significant ones, the important ones. Second-degree murder, falsifying evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Those are his pending charges. Now, for those of you who don't know the details of what is alleged here, Chanley Painter, Court TV legal correspondent, went through the affidavit and has more for us tonight.
I don't know if y'all seen, heard, read the affidavit for Adam Montgomery. I will not play it. If you already know, I will go to the next one, which is our favorite, Sarah Boone.
We love Sarah.
Yeah. Bruh, don't we? I think
Bro,
Sarah's everybody's fave.
she's nuts. I mean, I know she's crazy, but it's like the audacity sometimes. It's unreal. It's like watching an actual soap opera.
But Angela, it was unintentional.
Unintentional. It wasn't intentional. Can I have my
It
Dr.
wasn't
Pepper?
done on purpose. It was an accident. Oh my God.
We
She
were
wanted
playing a game.
cigarettes and a Dr. Pepper.
I cannot. Can you grab my Dr. Pepper? It's right there on the counter. No, ma'am, it's a crime scene. What? But it's I can't have my drink. Oh my
And they're
God.
like, where's his body? Right there by the door.
Right there by the door.
Okay, but it wasn't intentional.
It wasn't intentional. I mean, I could
What?
not. I lost count somewhere because I was trying to count it. Lord, how many lawyers has she fired now?
From me? I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Did I
Hey,
mute me?
can you
Yeah,
hear
are you
me?
there? Yes, ma'am.
Is it me?
I don't know. I can hear you.
Okay. All right, cool. I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. I guess so. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of the whole
Thanks
intentionally.
for being here.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. It was a long day. It's a really good way to unwind. We had 2 extremely busy days and we were short a server today. So it was like,
And don't forget,
it was, it's always difficult when you
it's
have,
my birthday Saturday.
yes, ma'am, what are you doing for your birthday? You going to do anything special?
Stupidest video ever.
Thanks, guys.
Court. Okay.
Oh, what am I drinking? What's everybody doing? I can't hear anything. Are you there?
All right, I'm back. Sorry. Press yet. Well, buddy's live. No, I'm a time. No. Right after this live. Why did I type Susan? With body cam footage of high speed chases not ending well. And then my boyfriend sent me one. All right, here it is.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, and it's of a 12-year-old leading them on a high speed chase, and it's where he's from. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. This case begging for his life. This is a huge trigger warning, you guys. Oh, hopefully I could put it on screen. Hey, Julie, thank you for coming. Big trigger warning, guys. I'm saying. Did everyone leave me? Oh, it's me.
Can you hear us?
Oh my God. Can you hear me?
I can
Can
hear
you
you
hear
now.
me? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
What the heck? Can Does it sound better? I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to play this video. Please. I have to hold on. I have to press pause. Oh, suitcase right now. I know sometimes it's hard to hear like what he's saying because he's in the suitcase. Oh, what she's saying because she don't know how to talk. One point in time, like this one, she says you should have choked me, and then the next time she says it, it's cheat. So one is choke and one is cheat. If you couldn't make it out, because at first I couldn't. Also, one more thing, this video was made after she kicked him down the stairs. She kicked him down the stairs, and this is where he landed. You could see living room, kitchen area by the bar. Yep. So this is after he done got kicked down the stairs. And then she goes upstairs and goes to sleep. Little does she know, she doesn't delete this video here she made. And when the police investigators had her phone, little to their surprise, what did they find? This video right here. Slam dunk guilty. Angela, is that why she's been through 7 attorneys?
Yep. Oh, I'd say.
She is on her 7th attorney, and to be honest with you, in my opinion, I think she likes him. Let's hope so.
She'll probably
Because
flip the floor.
she needs to go to trial. Huh?
I For her,
What you
honestly,
said?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's probably the
Okay.
wind out here, right there.
I can hear you.
Okay. It's got a lag.
What a surprise, right?
Right.
So here is her in court with her new attorney. We will see him in a minute. Guys, let's hope and pray that this is her last. Well, the judge plain told her, this is your last attorney. I don't care. How many letters did
Yeah.
she write to the to the
Oh,
judge?
girl, we
About as
were, well,
many
that was
as
like an hour
lawyers.
long. That was like an hour long reading those letters.
I know, and I talk fast. All right, here we go with her court date with her new attorney. Don't start. No, can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
Oh no, 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 no. You
I
can't?
was no, I was wondering if it was just me
Okay.
because my stuff
Oh
is lagging.
no.
Kaz always coming in clutch.
Okay. Kaz is the rue. Oh my god, Kaz, I try to fix this because I just don't know what's wrong. I'm gonna get out of it and come back in. Kaz, I was just watching Family Feud right before this because that's what I watch when I don't have anything to watch. And the fast money round said, "What animal will you find in a golf course?" And this dude's answer was kangaroo.
That's hilarious.
Needless to say, there was 0 people out of 100. All right, tell me if y'all can hear this. Let me mute myself, and then y'all could probably hear it. Yeah, let's mute Angela and see if they can hear it. Let me know,
Okay.
Kaz. Let me know.
Swearing.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly
Okay. Did y'all hear that? Raise your right hand. Now that I was muted, can you hear it? Okay, cool. Thank you.
raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, not the truth, so help you God? Yes.
Welcome back, ma'am. Tell me your name and your date of birth.
Sarah Boone, 10-10-7-7.
All right. In this case, you were most.
What I wanted to say when I realized, okay, Steph, what I wanted to say when I realized y'all were saying that they didn't have sound was when I watched this video. What's wrong? What's wrong, Pinkbo? When I watched this video, I noticed how many times she actually smiled / grinned, which I usually don't see her doing. So yeah, I've noticed that. So maybe you will too.
Granted a motion to withdraw. We appointed Mr. Hobson and we set a status hearing today. Mr. Hobson, where do you stand as far as entering the case? And how much work do you think you have to get done to get the case ready for trial?
Let me start. I'll start at the back end, Judge. I would ask the court to set a status for sometime in January. I've had discussions with Ms. Booth before today, and she's okay with that. And I think that would make sense. I've got like a banker's box and a half of stuff I'm trying to wade through, plus the media stuff. So I think that would be the best option we've got right now.
So I don't have my
Oh. Oh, I thought she said 10-10. I'm sorry. Y'all, she's agreeing with this attorney. I can't believe it. She's shaking her head in agreement. What?
my dates, other than my pretrial and trial dates for next year. I don't have the calendar ironed out.
Okay.
But what I could do is just give y'all a January pretrial date, understanding that you're not representing that you're actually going to be ready to
Right.
announce trial, but at least it's a next point to see how far you've gone, how much further you have to go. My hope would be in January, you'd be able to give the court a realistic estimate of when you would be ready to announce trial.
Yes, sir.
State, are you okay if we handle it that way?
Yes, that sounds reasonable.
I have a January 16th pretrial date. Is that far enough into January, Mr. Hobson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's what we'll do. We will set pretrial conference on January 16th, trial period January 29th. The one thing I'm going to ask Mr. Hobson is if there are particular problems with the discovery, getting up to speed that you know about before the 16th, if you could bring those to the court's attention beforehand.
Yes.
So we can at least start working those problems as they arrive, that would be my request.
Very good.
All right.
I would also ask the court as a caveat to indicate that it's a pretrial conference / status conference.
Sure. Have the court reflect that I'm setting it for pretrial conference / status for the defense to advise the court how long before they are prepared for trial. I think speedy trial was waived long ago.
4 years on, Judge.
Okay. So I'm just going to court reset it for those dates.
Yes, sir.
Anything else I need to do on Ms. Boone's case today?
Nothing else, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Boone will be returned to the Orange County Jail pending disposition of her case.
Yes. Thank you, Judge.
Guys, did she look like she was upset with her attorney? Like, you know, like she's going to write the judge 10 letters for this attorney, for this attorney? Or do you think she's pretty satisfied?
No, I think she's pretty satisfied the way she was looking at him assuredly and like smiling. But the judge with that dig about the speedy trial having been waived.
I know. I think it was waived a long time ago. And I forgot I was muted.
I was over here cracking up. I was like, not the judge. He went for
Y'all
her.
already know. Y'all already know the judge been done with her since lawyer 2. Okay? And she's on 7.
He said to read all the letters.
I will probably again. Or if you haven't read the letters, there's a live down below somewheres that
It
has
is
the letters.
Lady V helped to read it because of the sound.
I forgot to tell you guys for Adam Montgomery, if you're writing down his trial date for Harmony's alleged murder, well, you know, for him, is February 6th, 2024. That's his trial.
Can't wait.
I will be streaming it. Also, don't forget, I don't know if I have her name down written in the notebook, but December, yeah, I have it. December 19th is Courtney Clenney. She's the OnlyFans model that killed her boyfriend, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I will be I'm streaming that live starting, that trial starting on December 19th. So then Sarah Boone, we heard the judge say pre-trial January 16th. So
are they going to do a stream for that? If it's just a conference status?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope so because they did pre-trial hearings for Lori and Chad. Brian didn't have one because the grand jury indicted him. But if the grand jury indicts you, then you don't get a pre-trial because that's what it is. It is to, prove that you have enough evidence to bring them to trial.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that they don't need very much in Sarah's
waiting on
suitcase.
Oh, actually, guys, yes. Well, yes. Yes, ma'am. He's like at the bottom of my list, like right above Courtney. Okay. So
can we just stop and pause because Chad repeatedly kicked in the nuts.
Oh, he's going. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know. I don't think he will make it to the prison. I don't think he will make it long in the prison. Definitely.
I feel like that's a little too merciful. Though.
He's going to be in death row for sure. Death's on the table. We all know he killed his 3 sons. We all know he's going to death. Absolutely. Oh, in my opinion, in your opinion, we got to say it. So, I do have, we always talk about Sarah, how she acts, what she says, how she says it, the video. So I found a video that goes over her behavior. It's a behavior panel. I do have the video. If anyone is interested in hearing it, I can play it. If not, I can go on to the next case.
I am here for behavior analysis.
You want it? All right, I'll play it. I haven't even watched it yet. So let's see.
Let's do it.
Let's go here. And let's go here. And I'm going to change my time on my other live. All right, let me press. Court TV's videos are played, so I can't get the top banner off. All right, share. Thanks everybody for being here. Please hit that thumbs up button for me. I don't know why my StreamYard is so. All right, here we go. Let me close these other suckers out. Maybe that will help. All right, I will mute myself to make sure you guys can hear. And this is behavior analysis on Sarah Boone.
To call 911.
My boyfriend is dead. My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a cage and we were playing.
Deputies say Sarah Boone and her boyfriend, George Torres, were drinking when she put him inside of a suitcase, zipped it up, and taunted him while recording on her cell phone. Sarah says that's when she went to sleep, finding her boyfriend dead the next day.
I finally decided to come downstairs at like 12:30-ish, whatever it is, and I was like, God, so good, he was in a suitcase.
Sarah Boone is charged with second-degree murder. Tonight, our body language experts are breaking down Sarah Boone's own statements to police.
We had a good time sitting on the back porch, having wine and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play.
All right, tonight we're going to take some time to break down the body camera and interrogation videos of Sarah Boone. You remember Sarah. Boone is accused of zipping up her boyfriend, George Torres, in a suitcase and leaving him in it to die. Now, she claims it was an accident, that they were drinking, they started playing a hide-and-seek type game, and then she fell asleep and forgot that he was in the suitcase. Well, she told this story to police a few times, and we have it on tape. So we know what her words are telling us, but what does her body language say? Well, we have just the right people to help us figure that out. Let's bring in our expert joining in Orlando, Florida. Jury consultant, body language.
Steph, are you still in here? I want to know who Ann's talking about. Thank you.
Expert and founder of the Human Behavior Academy, providing on-demand courses in how to spot a liar in 7 seconds or less. Susan Constantine. Susan, great to see you. And in Alexandria, Virginia, body language expert.
Oh, I remember this video. I remember those two ladies. Everything in that lady on the would be my left. Everything in her office is white. I was like, yo, I could never.
And New York Times best-selling author of Janine Driver is with us as well, and you can check her out on TikTok at Body Language Institute. Thank you both for joining me, as always. All right, what I want to look at first is the body camera video from the officers who responded to Boone's 911 call. She did call 911. Now, in this clip, the officer asked Boone to explain what happened and how George Torres ended up dead in the suitcase. Important stuff. And it is Boone's first official telling of the story. So let's watch this together now, and then you can tell me what you see.
We have a puzzle that we started in there. Okay. We've been doing art, trying to take the stuff off the wall to make new art put up there, like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night. Okay. So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right? Okay. So he gets in the suitcase. Okay. Who is this guy? That's my ex-husband, my former husband. How did he live here with you guys? No. I called him over here. Okay. Okay. I didn't know what to do. Okay. I didn't know what to do. Okay. So then he came over here.
I didn't know what to do. So I called my ex-husband instead of 911.
Here, let's talk in private, okay? I called you guys. I tried giving you the problem is I fell asleep. I fell asleep. When did you do CPR? This morning, when I found it. Before you called? Yes. 1 o'clock right now. I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys. Did he get here before the fire department got here? Who? Your husband or your ex-husband? Yes. Okay. Where does he live at? Right down the street. Okay. So you were playing and
She only called 911 because her ex-husband told her to.
who gets him up there? I did, but then I fell asleep. Okay. So, you're okay. I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what happened. I fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or what. What kind of medical conditions does he have? None that I know of. Nothing that you know of. None that I know of. Medical no. All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine. Okay. Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. Mm-hmm. That's all that happened.
All right, Susan and Janine. One thing we know, as sure as the sun is going to rise. defendants will always try to minimize what they've done in a situation like this. But anyway, that's what
there was a lot to unpack here. And first of all, you could take this frame by frame by frame because there's so much information. And everything that she's talking about. The first thing I want you to notice is that her lack of empathy. She doesn't show any sort of emotion, right? She's talking about that she's playing with these puzzles or inside. She's giving gestures that are illustrating that that's what she was doing. But you'll see a moment where all of a sudden there was a shift, a little pause, a little hesitation, and that's what she's talking about, that they were playing these hide and seek games. So what I saw in that very short little piece, there was something that occurred from when they were playing with these puzzles or putting these puzzles together to where they began playing hide and seek. The other thing is that what she talks about is that she sets already the stage talking about that they had a bottle of wine. The reason why she's doing that is she's setting the stage of why she forgot, so to speak, or she fell asleep, or the reason why she fell asleep. The other things I'd like you to notice too is their change in her demeanor. Anytime you see a change of their demeanor, there's a different change in their state of mind. She goes from being more frantic, you see her in these frantic moments, she becomes extremely angry. That's what's really unusual about a case like this, because usually when someone has died and someone that's close to them, you're going to see a sense of sadness. You're going to see a sense of remorse, a sense of grief. You don't see that here. She actually gets angry and showing aggression towards the police officer. That's associated with guilt. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't fall asleep. I think that she did at some point, but I think it was after she was already taunting him, went upstairs, fell asleep, knowing that he was in there, and then she came down, and then she goes, oh my God, oh my God.
I know I'm muted. I'm dropping the link, and it's gonna mess up the video. So, okay, Steph, that's what I thought too, but I wasn't sure. I'll watch the replay. And don't forget, I'm going live right after this with high-speed chases caught on Vatican.
God, which is where they tend to kind of go, oh, I lost my head in that. But there is so much here to unpack, Michael, that it would take hours to unpack every little segment here because there's a lot. Janine, what'd you see?
Fair enough. Yeah, Janine, I want to go to you because I just want to say quickly, I had that note here, but I didn't see much remorse. But then I also had the note to say she was possibly grieving, so there is that denial phase. I thought that might have something to do with it, but love to hear what you got to say.
Well, I saw a surprise here. So the eyebrows are up and curved, and then we saw the whites of the eyes. And what I like to say is when white eyes are here, fear is here. So this fear that is showing up, I don't, in my expert opinion, based on what I was seeing with lots of this footage, I don't think that this was a premeditated murder. I think that she was like taking it back a little, had too much, and did punish him. The neighbor called in and told the police that they heard a loud thumping falling down the stairs, and of course there were different injuries with him. We didn't show it here, but as much as body language is important, there's something called statement analysis, which is the words matter. And she said we had just a bottle of wine, just as a minimizing word right here, instead of we had one bottle of wine. When she called 911, she said this, and I think it's critical. My boyfriend, so my boyfriend is ownership of my boyfriend. She didn't say this guy I was dating. She's saying my boyfriend, which is ownership, saying she's got this boyfriend. My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a suitcase, and we, which is a relationship, we were playing and like, kinda, hide and seek. These start-stop sentences are very suspicious. And when we hear a kinda, we heard a lot of kindas with Amber Heard with the Johnny Depp case. I say when there's a like or a kinda, there's more to find. So I think there's more to find here. And I think Susan pointed out a lot of the body language is incongruent. Listen, I've been with people who have lost loved ones and they're like, bring them back. I mean, there's no one way we all experience grief, of course, but you'll often see like, bring them back. Please tell me they're not dead, please. And instead, she's setting up the case right now with her body language. Her hand gestures are really big, trying to convince us in our hands than any other part of our body. Wow. So our hands are important, and we see lots of hands movements. I don't know if you're going to play some clips when she's being interrogated or interviewed by law enforcement, but we see a lot of gestures that I hope we get to talk about. What does this mean when she's doing this to police?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, she's telling her story, and as I said, it sounds like a little bit of minimizing, but also, like you said, she wants folks to believe her story. So it's interesting. All right, Susan and Janine, stand by, because we do.
And that was just some of the behavioral analysis on Sarah Boone. Hey, Mom.
Hey, girl.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey. Angela, you know back on my BS, right?
I believe so.
Hi, Angela.
Yeah.
I've seen you around the comments and stuff.
Yes, I've definitely seen you in a few of the lives.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
How
so
are you?
I'm good.
Oh,
How are you?
Talk while I do this.
I'm just gonna mute myself for 1 second because my son's crying. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, the judge said January 16th for Sarah, right? Let me make sure I got the right date on my thingy. Sarah. It was the, help me out, guys. I think, oh yeah, it's the 16th. Okay, thank you guys for your help. Okay. And now Brittany is back on my BS if you didn't know, but now we're going to Corey Richins. She allegedly killed her husband with a Moscow mule, but it contained 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl. Wonder what happened to him. After she allegedly killed her husband, she writes a children's book about children dealing with grief. Oh, Jesus.
Way to monetize.
Huh?
I said, way to monetize.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't get any revenue from the book. However, with her sister-in-law suing Eric's, well, that's not Eric's, that's hers. So I'll tell you something out there. So she was recently charged with witness tampering. Not only does Sarah like to write letters, seems so does Corey Richins. She wrote a letter to her brother titled Walk the Dog. And in it were supposedly hints, but not hints because you can plain as day make it out what she's trying to say, but literally telling her brother what to tell the witnesses when they're on stand. So they went to court to try to dismiss the witness tampering charge, and of course it was denied. And I told y'all that his sister is suing the estate, but Corey wants what she's owed from the estate. Is she owed anything since this happened? Especially if she's found guilty. Is she owed anything from the divorce? What do you think, Bomb?
I don't think she should be, because it's already been brought up how she was taking money from his business and she was causing him financial hardship. So if anything, she was taking from the estate, and she owes the estate money back. I don't think she should get anything.
Well, when they went to court this last time, the judge said the only funds that she can have access to are the funds to pay her attorney. So
That was generous.
well, I mean, she has to pay her attorneys. So,
I mean,
and I'm
she could
sure
get a
maybe it goes
state.
like,
She could get a state defender.
she doesn't qualify. She got too much money. She has
Hmm.
to get a paid attorney. Yeah. So, there is a video I found on Corey. That shows some of the court hearing. It says 5. You could see it. Oh, snap. Hold on. For some reason I have 2 StreamYard tabs. All right, this is the one, guys. Let's go. This is on Corey Richins with a Moscow Mule with 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl.
Statewide, nationwide, this case was covered by the BBC. I don't know that you will find a jurisdiction that is certainly not the state of Utah that is going to be materially different than Southern County in terms of its saturation of media coverage in this case.
It is the continuing criminal case of Corey Richins, the woman accused of poisoning her husband to death and then afterwards writing a children's book about grief. Well, we've got some new updates for you, including her brother speaking out. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. So I realized
You guys, I'm pretty sure this is information. Hey, where did Angela go? Oh man, I hope her son is okay. Let us know in chat if your son's okay. I don't know the age. She said he was crying. I'm playing this because it is new information that some might not have seen or heard.
it's been a minute since we talked about arguably one of the most interesting cases to capture the nation's attention. Also a really sad and frightening one. Corey Richins, the 33-year-old woman accused of murdering her 39-year-old husband, Eric Richins. Now, I want to go over some of the relatively recent developments for those of you who haven't been following the case. But a little bit of his bed, and Richins is accused of poisoning
I'm
Eric
sorry,
with a
yo. That
fentanyl
was me.
cocktail. It would be determined that he had 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl in his body. And this is in stark contrast with what Richins told authorities, because she told authorities she simply prepared him a Moscow Mule before he went to sleep for the night. By the way, one of the reasons this story became so publicized is because after Richins' death, she published.
Also, in the letter, Walk the Dog, she wants some of the witnesses to claim that they did fentanyl with Eric, to say that they bought together or they was with them when they bought, but the housekeeper said that she bought the fentanyl for her. So this shit she's trying to do over here is not going to do anything but hurt her, in my opinion.
Agree.
Brittany.
She's just trying to victim blame And it's disgusting. And the fact that she didn't even write the book herself either. She got a ghostwriter. Like,
Oh,
this
you
isn't from the
saw
heart.
that?
Mm-hmm.
You saw that? Her ghostwriter speaks out. You saw that video? If not, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. I don't think
Okay.
I'd seen
All
that
right, here's
video,
the
but I
rest of the
know that
video.
I think it might have been you. It got mentioned in a previous live about this. That she had a ghostwriter. It's just
I
crazy.
don't remember, but yeah. Okay, here we go with the rest of the video.
Published a children's book called Are You With Me? She said it was a way to help the couple's 3 young boys deal with the loss of their father. She even did an interview with ABC4 Good Things Utah.
I went on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and trying to find something that we could use to cope at nights. Nights are the hardest, it seems like, for everybody when, dealing with anything. But I just wanted some story to read to my kids at night. And I just could not find anything. I couldn't find anything that really, suited them or helped them find comfort and peace. And so, I was like, let's just write one.
She was charged the following month with his aggravated murder and drug possession.
She didn't even write it.
We need to find out if she's eligible for revenue from this book because I will put a petition if not. This woman
Agree.
deserves absolutely nothing.
No. All the proceeds from this book should go to a trust for the kids when they're adults.
I think that's what also the sale from the house or the house goes to. Also the boys. But I don't know. Like, bitch, you don't get nothing. Like, you legit, in my opinion, kill your husband. Like, you did it so that you can have more money. So you deserve no more money.
Right. You give her the money, she got what she wanted.
She just irks my nerves really bad.
Possession with intent to distribute. Now, Corey Richins' housekeeper, a convicted drug dealer named Carmen Marie Lauber, has allegedly confessed to authorities that she supplied Richins with 15 to 30 fentanyl pills on 2 separate occasions, approximately 1 month before Eric's death, and that Richins paid her about $900 each time. Come to find out also that this is not the only time that Richins allegedly poisoned Eric. It's been reported that Eric broke out in hives and had trouble breathing after eating a sandwich prepared by his wife the month before his death. And it's also been reported that Eric became ill in Greece a few years back.
I hope I heard that because I didn't mute myself. But she already tried to kill him before. Oh, snap. Y'all, look how handsome he was. Oh, that picture I stopped it on is so good. Go ahead, Bomby.
He is a handsome man. Also, she got ripped off. So, like, if she paid $900 for 45 fentanyl pills, sounds like her housekeeper didn't like her very
way
much.
in hell.
No.
Dude,
And like,
look. Sorry.
The only reason I know how much it is because my boyfriend's baby mama still uses, but it's $6 to $10 a pill. Unless it's just crazy. It's just a lot more money out there. Sounds like it sounds like the housekeeper just like charged her like double or triple what it was worth. So that's embarrassing.
Well, listen, I think they have connections to Mexico.
Okay.
I do believe it was in that letter. So they're in Utah, right? I wonder how far it is from Utah to. See, the thing is, it's so cheap here for some people because I'll say it again. I'm an hour from Mexico, and this is the first city you get to. And if you look up the Arizona border, you will see in the articles it says Tucson is the first city they come to. So, my cousin's on fentanyl. They will get it for like $2 a piece from just like
Dear
somebody that's
God.
bringing over, pounds or whatever, and then resell it. And then when I found out that they were smoking 20 fentanyl pills a day each, I asked the price and I was like, how in the fuck does a homeless person afford this? $1 a pill or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh God, I just don't understand. So I don't know. But yeah.
Well, I live in Colorado, and Colorado's right next door to
Oh, it's
Utah. So
Colorado?
I live in Colorado, and that's where it's 6 to 10 a pill, and it's like right next door to Utah. So it would probably take about as long
Yes,
for
a
stuff to
day.
get from Mexico there as here.
Yes, a day. And then whenever I started bringing them to the methadone clinic, it lowered to 10. And I just want everyone to know, because a lot of you know my cousin and his story. If not, it's down way below one of my first stories. It is him explaining his situation. Bomb, you guys. He went to see his probation officer the other day. His probation officer said, you got till noon to get into detox. Yes. So guess where he is? And they had a room for his girlfriend too. So guess where they both
Good.
are, you guys, in detox. So we're so happy, you know, hoping, and I think they have like rehab thing. It's like an inpatient thing, but like rehab next door or something. I don't know where they get treatment too. You know, like it's not just detoxing or whatever. I don't know. I really don't have that much information, but they went the day before Thanksgiving. So, yeah, just pray, guys. Just pray for my family that my cousin can get sober from
Fingers
fentanyl.
crossed. That's amazing that he's in
That would be the
detox. I'm
best
glad that he's
thing.
safe right now.
Yes. So back to Miss Corey. I didn't want to take it off, but yeah, it's fentanyl. And that's why I don't understand how people that touch one pill just keel over with an overdose when my cousin smokes 2 pills at a time on a piece of foil. Don't know.
Back when he was on a trip with Richins, after she gave him a drink, he allegedly said that she was trying to kill him. And Eric even allegedly told loved ones if something happened to him, Richins was to blame. Now, again, some bad stuff here. We're going to get into more. She is innocent until proven guilty. Just laying out a little bit of the backstory. Hey, everybody, this is a Morgan & Morgan legal alert. Evidence shows that Google has allegedly violated the privacy of millions of Americans via...
We already know how we feel about commercials.
With respect to factor E1, the court finds that factor is satisfied as a matter of law by the court's determination that there is substantial evidence supporting the aggravated murder charge in this case. Regarding factor E2, the court acknowledges that the difficulty of recreating, chasing, and reversing any flow of funds or dissipation of assets that might occur during the pretrial period.
So, yes, the judge found here that there is enough evidence to freeze Richins' assets, meaning she can't transfer, change the title of, or pledge any asset she or her realty company, Corey Richins Realty, has. But the court established a constructive trust on all the property and assets of Richins and her company in case she needs to make a transfer or disbursement to fund her criminal defense.
See? You see that, Bombs?
I do. And, I don't know. I don't think that she should have the money for an attorney, but I mean, if she doesn't qualify for a public defender, then maybe they have to allow her to have the right to a defense.
Well, a public defender has eligibility, and definitely she has this $1 million house and this real estate company, and she might be broke now, spending her and her husband's money, company money, but she has money, so therefore she will definitely not qualify for a public defender, going by her income and stuff. So she will have to have a. They can't give everybody a public defender like the state would. Like, you know what I mean? They give enough public defenders. Like, yeah, I'm glad she has to pay for her own attorney. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I mean, it's not probably. Oh, 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 wait. Corey has a. Oh, Corey's attorney for the civil case with the sister-in-law. After this court hearing we're watching, her other lawyers quit. Damn, I've been forgetting to tell y'all that. Her
Why
civil
did they
attorneys
quit?
after this. Don't know.
Ooh.
Don't know, but yeah, the lawsuit that the sister has on her. Yep, her attorneys quit after this hearing right here. I'm not sure why, but yeah, let's see what else they say.
And that makes sense because the defendant has a Sixth Amendment right to counsel, and sometimes interfering substantially in the defendant's ability to pay their legal costs can be an issue. Now, the judge did allow Eric's family to maintain a financial interest in Corey's estate. It's to be used as collateral if she were to move money or assets around that turns out they have a right to. But you also wouldn't order a trustee's bond or the appointment of a receiver in regards to Eric's estate. By the way, a side note, Richins is involved in a legal battle with Eric's family to determine who inherits his estate, and there's a separate wrongful death lawsuit that was filed against her by Eric's family. By the way, finances, generally speaking, they play a role here in this alleged murder plot. Leading up to Eric's death, he was reportedly fighting with Richins about her wanting to buy and flip a $2 million house, which she ended up closing on the day before he died. In the years prior to his death, she also allegedly purchased 4 life insurance policies on Eric in the millions of dollars, something that Eric was not aware of. He did find out, though, that she had allegedly been withdrawing money from his bank accounts.
You can take out life insurance policies against people and they don't have to know about it?
If she has power of attorney over him, no. And she probably did, since she was stealing all his money off his
How did
company,
she?
but she is his wife. If you have power of
Oh
attorney,
my
you can
gosh,
sign
that's
your
terrifying.
you can sign his name if she has power of attorney. So you guys, can you pray for Angela's son? So she messaged me. She dropped down because he's sick, and if he doesn't feel any better soon, then she'll probably have to take him to the ER. So please pray for Angela's son, you guys. That's why she had to drop down. All right, let's see now. She just thinks her shit don't stink. And you can tell in her little black shirt she's wearing. Her heart's beating, and you know what I mean? Like, she's so freaking nervous right now.
She should be.
Thousands of dollars on his credit cards and misappropriating money that was intended to be used to pay taxes on Eric's business, seemingly for her own use.
Yep.
And then only a couple of months
Never
before
paid
Eric died, Richins is accused of changing a
And I think that's why. After he found out about the taxes, bam, dude's gone.
different life insurance policy to make herself the beneficiary instead of Eric's business partner. Eric found out. He changed it back to his business partner. Richins is accused of then filing a new life insurance application for $100,000 on Eric's life. And that's not even all of it, because it's also been reported that behind Richins' back, Eric changed his will, created a trust, and granted his sister control over his estate. At one point, he was even looking into a possible divorce. By the way, as I just said that, it made me think, doesn't that kind of sound like a prosecution's opening statement in Corey Richins' criminal trial, right? Putting all of these pieces together about a plot to kill her husband. Okay, over now to another recent development, and this concerned where the judge in this case had to decide Richins' motion to dismiss the criminal case.
Walk the dog, let's go walk the doggy.
And Richins' argument centered upon this letter that was found in her jail cell that was addressed to her mother. According to prosecutors, this letter provided instructions to Richins' brother to testify falsely, to create the narrative that Eric was getting drugs from Mexico, and that ties into the fentanyl that he died from, meaning that he overdosed from his own drugs.
See, getting from Mexico. I knew they had ties to Mexico or something.
According to prosecutors,
Whoa, what did I do?
Okay, like even if he did it,
quote,
he was using
concocts a false narrative for
slow.
Ronald Darden, that's her brother, to repeat whereby Eric. Now, the prosecutors also wrote in their filing that this was not their only point of concern. They also talked about a.
Is that too fast?
It's
Is that too
interesting.
fast, or can you hear it?
I can understand it. It is very fast though.
Can you understand it? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, shit. He talks so slow. Oops, wrong one. All right, hold on 1 second. If I vanish, it's because I'm sick to my stomach.
Different incident, quote, significantly on the morning of September 13, 2023, on a video conference with Lisa Darden, that's Corey's mother, the defendant held up yet another letter for her mother to read silently to herself. The September 13, 2023 letter was destroyed or flushed. Now, Richins' legal team took major issues with what the prosecution, alongside what they wrote in their legal brief, their commentary. They said now the public, the media, they see all of this. And their argument was that what the prosecutors did here violated the court-imposed gag order in this case that prevents the parties from communicating about the case outside of court. Gag orders are a way to not taint a future jury pool. Also, Richins' lawyer said that prosecutors misconstrued what the letter was even about. So Richins moved to dismiss the case, but the judge here denied the motion.
The court simply isn't persuaded that the conduct at the Summit County Attorney's Office violates Rules 3.4 or 3.8, or has caused Ms. Richins a denial of due process or a denial of a right to a fair trial. The court is confident that it can preside over a sufficient or dire process to ensure that Ms. Richins does in fact receive a fair trial.
And what the judge ruled here makes sense, considering this is already such a public case with.
And bam. No, ma'am, you're getting charged.
I think she ate it.
So much written about it. What you're really going to need is a careful jury selection process. That's going to be necessary here, and the judge feels confident that through.
Whoops. It wouldn't pause what you said.
I think she ate the letter.
I'm not here. She probably could have did or flushed it in the toilet.
Well, toilets in jail, they've got like the what are they called? I don't even know the right word, but they like have grates. That's it, grates. So that if you try to flush drugs or something like that, they can still recover it. So.
Oh, they can't pass it through the toilet all the way down anymore?
Not unless it's.
Remember how they used to pass?
Well, like if you're doing letters and like little things, yeah, you got to get it through the grate. But like if it's bigger stuff, like a letter, like a crumpled up piece of paper, then no, it'll get caught.
Well, it has to be big enough to let the poop pass.
Well, I mean, yeah, but then again, like poop in jail is mostly liquid because the food is terrible. So
Okay, TMI. I didn't want to know that, and I don't want to go to jail. Okay, on that note, people. Okay. I was gonna say she could have passed it to somebody in another floor, and they could have mailed it for her. I don't know.
maybe.
Anything's possible with this girl.
True.
Through the voir dire or jury selection process, you can weed out those people that shouldn't be there. Now, the judge also denied enforcing the gag order again or imposing sanctions on the prosecution. But another big development was that the judge denied the prosecutor's motion for a no contact order between Richins and her mother and brother.
The defendant has a First Amendment right and to correspond with whom she pleases and to say what she likes, as long as she doesn't do anything that requires a prior restraint justified by a sufficiently strong interest that countervails her First Amendment rights. Here, there is no evidence that she's done any such thing that requires her to be prohibited from speaking to any specific human being. Walk the Dog letters have several plausible readings. It does not include any threats whatsoever or any other kind of communication that would typically justify a prior restraint on free speech. Moreover, there's no evidence that it was ever handed to anyone. And the state hasn't. So to the...
Her brother never received the letter. That's what they found in her cell. I thought they found something else in her cell. But you know why he's not denying? I mean, you know why he's denying no contact? Because they want her to continue so she could get herself caught again. In my opinion, know what I mean? If they freaking seize contact, then they won't get any information, maybe?
True.
I don't know. That's
That makes
like,
sense.
that would be the best. The best thing. And look, the judge is just like, I'm winning. I mean, the lawyer.
extent they need to cross-examine a witness or impeach a witness with its contents at trial, they would be able to do so absent some other ruling by the court, excluding the letter or suppressing the search that found it.
So he acknowledged that there are different ways to interpret Richins' handwritten letter from jail. There's not enough evidence to warrant restricting her speech. And not to mention, as the judge laid out, this is a jail. Prosecutors can watch out for what she's doing in other ways, including if she makes a call on a recorded jailhouse phone line.
Yep.
By the way, talking about Corey Richins' family, another development, her brother, Ronnie Darden, who we just talked about, well, he has now come out and spoke to the media. Specifically, here is what he said to KUTV2 News, Salt Lake City.
First of all, that she's innocent. She absolutely did not and could never do this. My thoughts on it is accidental overdose. That's my opinion.
And he went on to say that he knows that she didn't do any of this because she can't even squash a spider.
Well, squashing
didn't
a
squash
spider
him.
is totally different.
Right.
It's totally
She didn't
different than
squash
putting
him.
fentanyl in someone's drink. I know, right? That was insane. Her brother is insane. Oh, stop. And now, if they didn't receive the letter, they know everything that's in the letter because it's everywhere.
He says that he's worried about his sister's emotional state, that he speaks to her every day, that she misses her children, that she was crying. And he also said that she loved Eric, that the two of them had a great relationship. They were in the best spot. They had some ups and downs like you typically see in a marriage. And his biggest concern is finding an unbiased jury not tainted by the prosecution. Those were his words. Well, those are...
It's tainted by your sister who committed the crime, and then it was high profile, and now the world knows. Okay?
Yep.
It's no one's fault but her own.
Just some of the recent developments in the Corey Richins case, and if something should unfold further, we will make sure to cover it.
That's the updates in Corey Richins' case. I can't wait till her trial because she looks like a pretty face, but she's not. You know how they say, like, I think they just say ugly people when they say, "Oh, you're beautiful on the inside as well as the outside." Like, I think they say that to ugly people. Like, people say that to me. But anyways, like, she's so pretty on
You're
the
not
outside and
ugly.
so ugly on the inside. She's sickening.
Christy, you're
So
beautiful.
we don't know any. Okay, we don't know any court dates on that, right? So listen. Next is next is Chad Daybell. He is trying to get the Lori had the death penalty taken off of the table because the prosecutions didn't turn in, playing the same game as Brian Koberger with the prosecution not wanting to turn over certain things to the defense. So therefore, her attorney put in a motion to take the death penalty off the table. Now, supposedly, according to Pryor, Chad's lawyer, you cannot put the death penalty on a co-defendant and not on the other one. Like, you can't take one. They're codependents. So they're co-defendants. Bruh, my bad. So they're saying that, wait, y'all didn't have death for Lori. You can't put death on me. So we'll see how that turns out. It could be that they're just trying everything in order to, get the death penalty off. But if anybody knows, let me know, please, that what he's saying is true. That they can't put, no, they can't have the death penalty on him. Couldn't they get in trouble? That would be against the Sixth Amendment, correct? I would think so. His trial is April 1st, guys. Finally. Less than 6 months. After how many years? Next is Miss Alexi Trevizo. This little cheerleader, right? Little, in quotes, cheerleader, because she wasn't little in the pictures we saw of her, recent pictures. So she's accused of killing the newborn she had delivered in the hospital bathroom. The hospital she did it at was Artesia General Hospital in Artesia, New Mexico. Unfortunately, right now she's out on bond. She does have her baby's ashes, the one she killed. She does have his ashes up in her house. As a kind of looking like shrine to me because it has a big poster on the wall with his name and a teddy bear. And then you see the urn with the ashes on the counter. Sickening to me. She killed the baby. Why in the hell does she want the ashes? I have no idea. But everybody at her school knew she was naming that baby Alex. And guess what his name is? Alex Fierro. Yep, April Fool's Day. I can't wait. So she's out on bond. She goes to the university in New Mexico. I don't remember. So one of the towns close to there. Albuquerque, is that close to there? I don't remember exactly where. And not only does she go to university in person, but she goes to the university with her boyfriend, the baby daddy. They're together in public, going to the same university. Are you trying to get pregnant again, Alexi? Before you go to court, guess what? Mommy can't protect you forever, baby. Mama might have bonded you out on a 100K bond. Once that trial starts, mommy can't help you no more. I don't know what you're going to do. Can't have Alex's ashes with you, that's for sure. Because you don't deserve them at all. You killed him. knowingly you are pregnant and lie. You make me sick. Her trial date is August 16th. Y'all, we're getting trial dates. Hopefully they stick and they don't get pushed back like Sarah and Brian and everyone else. Ugh. So hopefully August 16th will be her trial date. Miss Megan Boswell. She is charged with felony murder, aggravated child abuse, aggravated child neglect, tampering with evidence, abuse of a corpse, and multiple counts of false reporting and the death of her daughter, 15-month-old Evelyn Boswell. Judge denied her wearing street clothes to court. I wonder why. Because most people do. As we saw, Brian wears a suit. Sarah wears her jail suit, but Corey wears her street clothes. But anyway, um, so this is what she did to Evelyn. Trigger warning. She tightly wrapped her in a blanket and aluminum foil and stuffed her in a garbage can. She was still alive when her mom put her in the trash can, and she suffered. She suffocated. I can't talk in the garbage can. Her trial date, you guys, are you ready for this? February 3rd, 2025. Yes, I said it. Another year. A whole nother year. And then we get to Father of the Year. You know, Father of the Year we have here. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Chad Dorman. He has 41 motions filed in the case where he's accused of killing his 3 sons. And this article has, I wish it had the thing to read it to you. This article has on everything that's going on with the case, and I don't see a video to play, so guess what? You get to hear me read. Hold on. Let me cough, clear my throat, and something to drink before I read this one. Thanks for being here with me, guys. I hope you hit that like button. I really appreciate the ones that stayed with me and didn't leave for the drama. Or even the ones that are in both. All right, guys. A Clermont County judge is considering 41 motions in the murder trial for Chad Dorman, the man accused of executing his 3 sons at their family home. A pre-trial hearing was held Monday in Clermont County Common Pleas Court before Judge Richard Farink. Prosecutors said Dorman lined up the boys aged 3, 4, and 7 at their home and executed them with a rifle on June 15th. I don't know what's with June 15th, but we know that's when Summer Wells went missing also. As a part of a plan he had been thinking about for months. According to investigators, one of the boys tried to flee into a field, but Dorman hunted him down, brought him back home to the house in Monroe Township, Ohio, and killed him. These are the boys. Their names are Clayton, Hunter, and Chase Dorman. Forever rest in peace. We're very, very sorry for what your father did. 15th. The boy's mother was shot in the hand while trying to save the life of one of her sons. According to court documents, I think it was the smallest one she was holding. Dorman faces the death penalty, and his lawyers have filed dozens of motions as the case has progressed. Of course, as we know in a death penalty case, they're going to have as many motions as they can. Anything they can try to get the death taken off of the table. The Inquirer spoke to former Hamilton County Prosecutor Mike Allen, who reviewed the list of motions. He said most of them are standard procedure for death penalty cases, like I just said. They file every motion you can possibly think of. One asks for Dorman to be allowed to appear in civilian clothes without restraints at court proceedings. Another asks the judge to exclude gruesome photographs from the crime scene. Clermont County prosecutors argued that some of the motions were vague and putting the cart before the horse, unquote, while Dorman's lawyers said they were planting a fence post so the issues aren't overlooked. Several of the motions dealt with jury selection, like one asking for jurors to be questioned individually instead of in a large pool. Another asked for a detailed jury questionnaire to be completed by potential jurors prior to jury selection. But wait, hold on. Why you can't do a jury selection like everybody else? Why you think you gotta be special? Hey, Freeside. This year. Wasn't it this year? I think it was our 2-year anniversary. Several of the motions dealt with jury. Okay, I already said that. Allen said nearly all were pretty typical in death penalty cases, but there were 2 motions he said he had never seen before. The first was a motion to prohibit any references to the trial's first phase as the guilty phase. There are 2 parts to death penalty trials. The first asks the jury to determine whether the defendant is guilty of the charges. If the person is found guilty, the second phase of the trial asks the jury whether the defendant should be put to death. Death penalty cases are the only criminal cases in Ohio in which a jury has anything to do with the penalty or sentence the defendant is given. In other criminal cases, it is the judge who determines the sentence. And you guys, that's scary because, a lot of people on the jury have, feelings about putting someone to death. So that's kind of scary for me because Allen said that lawyers refer to the first phase as the trial as the guilt phase or guilty phase because they have to say guilty or not guilty before a second phase. In law text, it's called guilt innocent phase or the culpability phase. Allen said it makes sense for a defense lawyer to file a motion about the language being used in front of a jury. You don't want the jury to associate the defendant with guilt. The second motion, Allen said, was new to him, involved the jury pool. Again, the defense has filed a motion for a fair jury pool that includes, quote unquote, convicted felons who have served their sentence. A motion for a fair jury pool that includes convicted felons. The thought must be that if you've been convicted by a jury and served time, you might be sympathetic to a defendant. You served a lot of time. I do believe, yes. You had a lot of time behind bars to think about what you was going to do. The judge made no rulings on any motions Monday. He said he would issue written rulings to each of the motions. I haven't checked. He said the motions are important and due to rules of the courts. He can amend or change his rulings as new information comes to light, just like Judge did on Brian Koberger. Court TV is not allowed to film it. The court is filming it, and it will be streamed on Judge's YouTube page. So don't let anyone tell you that it will not be streamed. It will be streamed on Judge's YouTube channel. These motions will also give the prosecution and the defense a chance to understand his understanding, attitude, and interpretation of the law, which could save everyone time later. Dorman is being held at the Clermont County Jail on a $20 million bond, which I believe is said to be the biggest bond there has ever been. The judge said Monday that Dorman has not been disruptive at the jail, a factor the judge will consider when deciding if he will have to continue to wear restraints to court. Dorman was arrested the same day as the killings at his home, just yards away from the bodies of his sons. He's been in jail since that day in June. His trial is scheduled to begin July 8th, but it is common for murder trials to be delayed. I don't think he's going to court on that day for sure. Chad Dorman. Yeah, I don't think he's going to trial in 2024. No. Just like Brian Koberger, no. And then we talked about Clenney. She's going to court December 19th, and we're streaming it, and she's the OnlyFans model that allegedly killed her boyfriend. We'll be watching that trial 12/19 if it is available. And then the last thing I wanted to say, you guys, real quick, because I am going back live in 15 minutes. The only thing I wrote down for Brian Koberger is this. The case is a mess. In my opinion, he's guilty. And someone in that house knew about it. And that's what my opinion, that's what I have to say. If you don't agree with me, it's fine. We don't have to argue. We don't have to fight. You can disagree with me. I love to hear your opinions, even if it doesn't agree with me, because there might be something you know or you say that persuades me to change my opinion. You understand? So I really do like other people's opinions. If it is not disrespectful, please be respectful for, you know what I mean? Because I know people don't agree with me, especially with Dylan or oh, what's her name? Don't kill me. Bethany. I could see her last name. Dylan and Bethany. So I just think that case is a whole mess and a half. Thank you, Mara. For some reason, I could see her last name kind of. Back is back at the end. So, girlfriend, me too. Oh, me too. That's why all she saw was them bushy eyebrows and living her best life, babes. But that's my opinion. And my chat necessarily does not agree with me. So please don't argue with my chat. If they agree with me, they agree with me. If they disagree, please tell me why you disagree with me. I would love to know. Because, like I said, you might know something or say something that I don't, or anyone in my chat that know. And it might persuade us to change our opinion. You never know. On that note, I'm going to end this live. I will be back in 13 minutes because I have body cam footage of some high-speed chases. Hey, you dropped down on me. You left me.
What do you mean?
You dropped down.
Where?
You just popped back up. You literally was not up here.
Oh.
It was me. Did you think you were up here the whole time?
No, I closed it when I had my phone call because I was not sure if it would keep sharing.
Oh, I was like, did you not know you dropped down this whole time? Yes, I will be back in 12 minutes.
Yay.
I will see you guys later in a little while. Bye, Brittany. Thanks for coming up always. Have a good day.
Boo. See you here in a little bit.
Okay, bye.